All right, you ready?
Bring that shit on, baby.
We need to come clean to you guys and let you know that we have made the biggest mistake of our entire lives, and we are about to set on an adventure to go fix that shit. All right, guys, so what happened? Today, or actually yesterday, we have been in Mexico for 7 weeks. Illegally.
That's right, illegally. Dawn and I are illegal aliens in Mexico.
People
are going, what did they just say? Yes, we have crossed the border illegally. No, who sneaks into Mexico?
Yes. And we know what you're thinking. You guys are idiots, and, believe us, we've been telling ourselves that for 7 weeks. So we're done with the negativity. So if you're going to comment and tell us we're stupid or make negative comments, keep it to yourself. We're done with it. We made a mistake. And here's how we made the mistake. In Mexico, when you cross the border by land, there is about a 20-kilometer area they call a free zone. And you don't need any sort of visa to be in that area.
No documentation whatsoever.
You don't even have to show your passport to get into that area, honestly. So we made the incorrect assumption that before we crossed over into Mexico, we were going to be corralled into an area where they're going to want to see our passports and stamp them and have us pay for our visa and all these sort of things. And because of that free zone, that's not how it works.
No.
So we didn't do some research that we needed to have done to understand that there is an immigration office in Reynosa after we get into Mexico that we need to go get our paperwork stamped. Another place we need to go to get our car import permit taken care of, and then get back on the road to drive. So when we got into Reynosa, we looked at each other and like, we're confused. Why don't we have to do our passports? What's going on? Fuck it, let's just keep driving.
Yeah, we actually, what y'all don't know about is we videoed the entire experience of crossing the border for the channel. We were going to share that with everybody. And there's footage of us talking and actually holding our passports in our hand, trying to give them to the people, and they're not interested. And it's us talking to each other going like, what just happened? We're so confused. I'm so confused. How is it we're just in the country? But it took about 2 days, was it 2 days? For us to really understand the gravity of the situation. And by this time we were 600 miles into Mexico. When we realized that, holy shit, we just screwed up bad, because Dawn got involved with an expat group out of Playa del Carmen, and kind of threw our situation out there, and people were like, holy shit, you two, what did you do? You are in the country illegally. You can be stopped, detained, deported. They can take all of your possessions, and like you are a criminal in the country right now. And we're just like, holy shit.
Everybody's like, drive back to the border, drive back to the border. We're like, it's 2 days for us to drive back to the border. Like, is there any other option? This is a huge risk. We have everything we own in our car, including our dog, who is already almost 16 years old. Can you imagine the terror we would feel if we got put in jail, our car impounded, and our 16-year-old dog is left in the car? Like, what would happen to her?
She'd probably die. They'd throw her in a cage with a bunch of other dogs, and she'd probably have a heat stroke. And so we spent a month with this lawyer, and basically what she told us during this month was just stay put, don't go anywhere, right? So that's why we've been where we are for as long as we have, right? So we didn't want to get caught driving, so we parked our car and we just kept renting Airbnbs, because it was like, it's not safe for you to travel because you have no type of documentation that could get your ass out of trouble. So that's what we did. We just stayed put. Well, after about a month of this lawyer, she wasn't able to come up with a solution for us. So, and it just by chance, we met this local family that was, that we met where we hung out near our apartment. and got to know them a little bit, and they all of a sudden knew of a lawyer in Veracruz that said that he would be able to help us. Well, we spent another 3 weeks with this, and this didn't pan out for us at all. There's possible government extortion within this story as well. We're going to be careful about what we say and what we don't say in this video.
Yeah, we'll leave out all the details.
Yeah,
there.
because there was some shady shit going on, and eventually we said this is a scam. We're not doing it. So we walked away from it. So then the other part after that was, okay, well, now what? Now what the hell were we doing? All right, because we've been too scared, to be honest with you, to go anywhere, right? And so we decided to reach out to several other law firms. We just started Googling. We were calling attorneys in Texas. We were calling attorneys in Mexico. We repeatedly try to get a hold of the American consulate. And I'm here to tell you guys, if you're in a bind, don't count on them. They won't even answer the phone there. Fuck you, American consulate. Yeah.
Oh God, like literally since the first day we got to Veracruz, we had been trying to call the embassy, and there's a number. It's like, if you're an American in distress, hit 8 or whatever the number is, right? We kept doing that, and it's like, sorry, your phone call cannot be completed or something like that, and we're just like, are you kidding me? We're supposed to be like,
Yep.
and we have Mexican phones. We're calling a Mexican number, right? Like, we just can't figure it out. It's just baffling to realize that something is just not right here. And we have tried to do things the right way without putting ourselves at risk.
Mm-hmm.
We have exhausted every possible avenue. And after much stress and fear and anxiety and all kinds of other feelings, through a lot of prayer and meditation, we both about the same time decided we just need to fucking pack our car back up and drive back to the border. That's just it. Like, we can't continue to be here always looking over our shoulder, being dishonest with the people in our lives, because only a few people knew the extent of what was going on with us. Yeah, we like Veracruz so much we just keep staying.
And
like,
that's not the truth. And we do love it here.
It's great.
But that's not the truth.
It's not that great.
So, and like Don's saying, we have arrived at this point where, like we said, we've exhausted everything we know to do. It's affecting us individually. It's affecting our relationship. It's taken its toll, and we cannot continue to live like this. So we've decided that come hell or high water, we're packing up the car and we're heading back to McAllen, and we're getting the hell out of Mexico. And our plan is to do this. So where we are right now, we're going to split our drive into 2 7-hour days. We're going to leave here from Boca del Rio, drive into Tampa. We're actually just going to retrace the same steps that we took getting to where we are today. So it's from Boca del Rio back north to Tampico, spend one night, wake up, 7-hour drive back to the border, and we're going to cross, just going to go take our asses right back into Texas where we came. Then we're going to spend the night and start over in the morning. Come back into Mexico like it never happened, day one, and start the process all over. So what we look like right now is we've just got 2 7-hour drives to stay protected. And one of the things that we're confident about, we had such an uneventful drive getting here, right? We don't know why it would be uneventful going home. So that's where we're at.
Yep.
And,
we feel like we kind of blend in here. Volkswagen is a very popular car in Mexico for whatever reason. Lucky us, we have one. So, you know, it's just a dirty gray, inconspicuous car. So hopefully that's going to be in our benefit, and we're just going to smooth sailing, drive right back to Texas, start all over again like Greg says, and then come back feeling much relief.
Yeah. We have to be meeting some friends down in the 1st of April down in Playa del Carmen, and by God, we're running out of time, so we got to get our asses back to the border and come back. This was never in our plan, and but this is where we are. We're going to bring some pesos, extra pesos for the federales if they want to. You know what I'm talking about.
And don't get us wrong, we have had a good time here.
Oh, yeah.
We've enjoyed Veracruz and Boca del Rio. We've enjoyed our time here. We've got to see some cool stuff we wouldn't have seen had we just spent the original 2 nights, we thought we were going to stay here on our way through. It's not been all doom and gloom.
Nope, not at all.
I would say it's more of this low level like anxiety and feeling of dishonesty that we at this point in our lives just can't live in a constant state of that. So we're going to do what we need to do to make this right, and this is just the consequences of our mistake. We have to take the time and the money to drive back and make this right. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. And we're going to do our best to document this journey, right?
Make sure that you have subscribed and you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we update you about our situation.
We're gonna do like parts 1, 2, and 3 is what our plan is. If you don't see part 2 soon, something bad happened. Yeah. So that's where we're at, guys. We wanted to share it with you, and if you got any questions that that probably shouldn't be discussed on the channel, feel free to ask, and we'll tell you more details and things. But right now, we don't know if getting into the legalities of this is a smart thing to do, and definitely not going to be dropping any names here. So
regardless, we walked away from any of that stuff. So we're just moving forward with what's right in front of us, and just ask any questions, because there's probably a lot that we forgot to talk about.
This story's 2 months in the making, for God's sakes.
So ask any questions, put any comments below, say a prayer for us, and just give us a thumbs up to show that we've got your support as we head on back to Tejas.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for staying with us, and we'll keep this short so we can keep your attention span locked in. And so until next time, peace and love from Don and Greg.
Maybe we didn't really need all that stuff. We're just gonna keep going.
Yeah, I'm waiting for people to be like, "Are you two out of your fucking mind?"
Yeah, from the border crossing and hop over it.